Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. And today we are back at Heidelberg Hall in Schaefferstown, Pennsylvania, the last surviving brownstone, Second Empire brownstone mansion in the country, filled to the gills with incredible artifacts, Victorian furniture, the best in the world.
We are in a room right now. The guy just told us. You can't really see it in the camera. Well, yeah. The rug that we're on, guess who owned that?
Well, I don't know, Doug. How about you tell us?
George Washington.
George Washington's rug.
We are filming an Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman on top of George Washington's carpet.
Yeah.
Now, how about that? That's a first.
Yeah, ain't that something?
I can feel it.
Yeah. Well,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I want to answer a question on George Washington's carpet.
Well, let's hope it's a good one. Who's going to be honored with that one? Jeff Hohulin?
Hohulin. Hohulin.
Wow.
I don't know. What's he want to know?
Well, I wonder who he belongs to.
I don't know.
But Jeff Hohulin of Central Illinois said, as a kid growing up in a small rural community, my grandpa, when meeting someone new, would try to make a connection by asking about their family history. We just don't hear anyone trying to put family puzzle pieces together anymore. My question is this a PA Dutch thing to ask, now who do you belong to?
Who do you belong to? Yeah, I don't know if that's Pennsylvania Dutch, but he's right. I know.
I remember my grandparents
growing up,
that.
They would say like, "Oh, well, that's Chris." You know, Chris is one of those LaRoses from Myerstown.
Oh,
he's a Myerstown LaRose.
He belongs to the Clays and the
LaRoses. Right. Because you had so many Pennsylvania Dutch names, and they were kind of like geographically located. But well, are you a Schmidt from Kutztown, or are you a Schmidt from Fleetwood? And we would, you'd say something like that. And like the guy said, you'd like put the puzzle pieces together. Or when you were dating somebody, you probably had to ask those types of things, so you made sure.
You want to know, so you don't pick someone too close to the family.
That's right. Otherwise, things could go a little funny, right? Yeah, I don't think people do that anymore. Have you heard that lately? You know who does? You know who does?
Not in the same way.
The only people that do that are people that are interested in genealogy. Yeah. I do a lot of genealogy research, and I'll talk to people, and we say like, well, what? You say, well, what was your mom's maiden name? Oh, such and such. Well, what was her mom's maiden name? Such and such. Oh, well, were you such and such from such and such a place? And then you start putting the puzzle pieces together. Then eventually you say, oh, Donavera, your grandfather and my grandmother were third cousins. We're related. Holy cow! Well, people don't do that anymore.
I think they probably did that a lot more back in the day because people cared about it. They were closer together, and they saw all the connections in front of them, and there weren't that many unknown puzzle pieces, so it was easier to put it together. But nowadays,
well, maybe there's too many pieces now.
Yeah,
because there weren't as many people, and everybody knew, or you knew most people around you because you lived more rural. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the case. And nowadays, my goodness, there's so many people, Berks County or Lehigh County. It's not like it was. So the chances of finding that puzzle piece may be less.
Well, you did that today, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, when I brought Doug here to the Heidelberg Hall, he asked about if Wayne Hand, who the fellow who owns the mansion, if he's got family in the area, where he's from. Well, and I said, well, yeah, if you go back far enough, I think he said he did have family that was over Lancaster area.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to come up in average conversation.
Well, I mean,
do you?
Do it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think maybe that this Wayne was, or not Wayne. What was this guy's name? Jeff.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff. I think he's right. Years ago, it was more common.
Well, I
think the reason was so that you didn't end up dating somebody that you were too closely related to.
Do you think they were afraid to ask that question? They're sweating bullets or something, thinking, oh gosh, this girl's really pretty. I hope she's not.
Well, you think that was like one of the first questions you asked?
Yeah,
you're at the Ton dance.
You walk right up. Who do you belong to? You can get slapped saying that.
You're at the Ton dance, and you see this pretty girl, and you don't know who she is. This is pre-everything days. No Facebook. You can't look her up or anything like that. So you gotta walk over and say, "Hi, my name's Duck. What's your name?" "Oh, my name's Susie." "Susie what?" "Susie Kleinschmidt." "Oh, Kleinschmidt. Are you?" And then you ask.
And then you're thinking, "Oh, I'm related to some Kleinschmidts, but if she's the right ones, we're good." You know?
Yeah, but if she's the wrong Kleinschmidts, then then you might as well say, "Well, it was nice talking to you, Susie. Maybe we'll talk again." But then you never talk again.
Yeah.
But nowadays you can just look it up.
Yeah, they just Google it.
It's all on my phone.
Takes all the fun out of dating, doesn't it? All the mystery.
The mystery. Well, I feel there were people that were so excited that they didn't ask, and then
years go by, and then they look at the family tree like, "Oh, Grandpa."
The branch comes around or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I don't think that's just Pennsylvania Dutch, though. I think other people have done that too. I think a lot had to do with it. Everything was small.
For the first time, I think I have to say I don't think we invented that.
No, but we definitely did it.
But I like the phrase. No, who do you belong to?
Who do you belong to? But I'm gonna tell you, I gotta give a shout out to my friends in Canada. I have a lot of friends in Newfoundland, and in Newfoundland they have a phrase that's talking exactly about this. They say, "Who knit you?" K-N-I-T.
Oh, like the...
Who knit you? I think that is a great phrase. Like, literally, who made you? But when you ask somebody that, like, it's in reference to, like...
Of what tapestry are you from?
Yeah.
Which family are you woven into?
Who knit you? I like that.
Yeah. Well, how would you say that in Dutch?
Oh, doe nou wel. You put me on the spot.
Oh, now you're blushing.
I am blushing.
It's because we're here around all this incredible stuff.
Ach, doe nou wel.
They're gonna think you're faking now, Doug. You better get going.
Scheiße.
I got him, guys.
Strikken.
No,
strikken. Strikken. Wer hat dich gestrickt?
Yeah.
Who knit you?
Wer hat dich gestrickt? I like that.
Boy, I pulled that word out of my butt. I'll tell you that. When was the last time I had to say that in Pennsylvania Dutch? My wife don't knit. Does she? Well, she did, but she don't no more. She don't anymore.
We almost stumped him.
Who knit you? I like that. But who do you belong to? We gotta be careful how we say that.
Yeah, like I said,
who do you belong to?
You asked the wrong person on the wrong day, you're gonna get slapped.
Yeah. And maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you ask people? Like, those people that are involved in, like, genealogy stuff, they probably ask this stuff all the time, and they really get interested in it. I think most people don't care anymore.
I think a lot of people started caring because if you look at all those genealogy websites, they had record numbers.
All they want to do is get that DNA swap in their mouth done and get their pretty print out and be happy.
And say they're related to George Washington's rug.
Yeah, I'm related to George Washington's rug. I'm 0.0009% Native American. Yeah. I think too many people, I don't want to talk for everybody, but I think a lot of people, that was just kind of like then you have this color printout thing, pie chart to say what you are.
Well, I don't know. I got a theory that it's deeper than that because...
Okay, here we go.
We said most people, there's so many pieces that people don't know their history. They don't know their
but most
family.
people don't care either.
But... You know, with all these people asking, they are kind of in search of roots. They're in search of something that puts them in PA Dutch culture, PA Dutch land.
People, yes.
They're looking for identity because they don't have it anymore. It's too diffused. So I'm going to, my New Year's resolution, like we just talked about, was to be more optimistic.
A couple months ago.
So I'm staying true to my positive attitude. I think there are more people interested in genealogy
than I think there are.
Than you think there
are.
Maybe
you're right. I'm interested in it. I've always been. You are too. I know you've done a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Are you a Kleinschmidt from Schnecksville?
No, I wasn't knit that way.
See, that's how you gotta say it. You gotta say the name and the ton.
I wasn't knit that way.
I'm a Maidenford from so and so, or I'm a LaRose from so and so.
Yeah.
That's how we should be introducing ourselves. Like back in the day, you would say, I am
the fourth son of Dukem.
I am John of Loxley. And you knew where they were from.
Earl of such and such.
Yeah. I am
son of so and so.
Son and so and so. Yeah. Maybe we should bring that back.
Why don't we do that for next year's New Year's resolution?
We'll give ourselves titles.
I'm Chris LaRose of John LaRose, friend of Doug Maidenford, grew up in...
Of Stauksburg Road.
It'll be a 45-minute
long.
It'll be a 45-minute introduction.
But then everybody knows the puzzle pieces are all right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. Well, you heard it from the Dutchman.
We tried.
Live from Heidelberg Hall.
Sitting on top of George Washington's rug.
George Washington's rug. And in order to get to George Washington's rug, we had to walk past John Jacob Astor's mirror.
Yeah, John Jacob Astor's mirror. Not the one he took on the Titanic.
No.
That would be at the bottom of the ocean.
This was the one he left here.
Yeah. I had to walk past John Jacob Astor's mirror to get to walk on George Washington's rug.
Yeah.
What a day I had.
What a day.
What a day I had.
And if you want to see it, come to Schaeferstown.
Lebanon County.
Lebanon County. The reason I wanted Doug to come here and film all this stuff was because this is PA Dutch heritage. This is a mansion that was built by a Pennsylvania Dutchman here in Schaeferstown, next to a museum across the street that focuses in Pennsylvania Dutch heritage, where they do PA Dutch language lessons, I believe.
They do.
Where they have Doug's book teaching PA Dutch language lessons.
They do.
Next to an incredible restaurant where they serve PA Dutch food.
Yeah, you gotta come to Schaeferstown. It's a nice little town.
If this is not on your map yet, put it there.
Every fall they have every summer they have a historic cherry festival.
A cherry festival?
It's in July. When cherries come in, they have a cherry festival right here in Schaeferstown.
They have all sorts of events. They're going to start doing PA Dutch themed events here. They're going to have, this is interesting. This is really cool. So, do you know those little cast iron stoves, the little ovens?
Yeah, the old ones.
The little tiny guys, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Wayne, the fellow who owns the mansion, has 100 of these things. And he's planning on doing a PA Dutch food cooking contest where he gets all of these out and everybody fires all these little things up and they cook a PA Dutch dish on these little ovens. And if you win, you get to keep it.
The stove?
Yeah.
Not at all.
At least that's what I think I remember him saying.
But this is in the future.
This is in the future. This
so
is coming up.
when this happens, we'll let the people know.
Yeah. Yep. So,
that's a good idea.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Fosnox or something. Well, I digress.
You heard so often you do.
Like I said.
What'd you say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I forgot.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I remember now. You heard it from the Dutchman. I had one line.
Yeah.
You heard it from the Dutchman.
What puzzle piece are you?
I'm the one that got left out.
You're
of
the one
box.
that every time you get a 500-piece puzzle,
I'm the missing
there's
piece.
only $4.99, and you put the whole damn thing together, and there's one missing every time.
Yep,
that's this guy.
That's me.
That's this guy.
The missing piece.
All
right. Well, you heard it from the Dutchman. And if you have any questions,
send them in.
Send them in. Send us your comments and likes, follows, all that stuff.
All that good stuff.
And until next time, Max good.
If you have a question, you have to email us at busterpa@yahoo.com.